Hey, hey, you old hag. What? Emma? What are you saying out of the blue? Don't play dumb with me. My husband went for a job interview at your husband's company. You knew that, didn't you? Yeah, I heard about that, but... So, why am I being called a hag? It should be obvious, because my husband didn't get the job. What the hell? No, you're being ridiculous. He didn't get the job because there was something wrong with him. What the hell are you saying is wrong with my husband? He's been to 10 interviews since he lost his job. If I don't do something about it, we're not going to be able to make ends meet. Then why doesn't he just look for a place where he can work right away? My husband's company is a big company, so it's not easy to get a job. That's not what I'm asking you. Let my husband get a job just for the sake of me being a good friend. There's nothing I can do about it. You should get on your knees and kneel to my husband. But kneeling down will get him accepted to our company. What? I'm appalled. You don't care if my family can't eat, do you? That's why I'm saying, why don't you just choose another job? My husband's company is desk-bound. It requires specialized knowledge and skills. That's not what I'm talking about. My husband doesn't want to do physical labor. He wants to be more creative and work in an office with air conditioning. He can't be selfish. He needs to earn money first. You don't understand what I'm trying to say even after all of this? Okay then, I get it. I'm going to smash up your expensive car, your pride and joy. What? What are you saying? You didn't accept my husband? Of course this would happen. So you're trying to get revenge on me? Don't act like an idiot. Why don't you tell him to get on with looking for a job? I mean, it's not like I dropped him in the interview. Shut up! At this rate, it doesn't matter who dropped him. I'm just going to fight back against whoever I think I can fight against. That's all I'm doing. Well, you should stop trying to do some outrageous things just because you have a grudge. You're being really weird. If you keep being so unreasonable, you're going to get in trouble sooner or later. You're the one who's going to be in trouble. Prepare yourself. I'll beat you to a pulp for sure. Later. Your red luxury car, your pride and joy, I beat the shit out of it. Sanctions for rejecting my husband. Next time, I'll destroy your house. My car is yellow. What? See? I told you that you would be in trouble. I knew you'd make a mistake, because you're always sloppy. I didn't think you'd wreck someone else's car. Wait! Where did your car go? I wrecked the car in your yard. If we're talking about my car, I would have taken it in for inspection. If it was a red car, it belongs to my relative who runs the business. What? Your relative who's a business owner? He's the president of Suka Theater Co. Do you know him? Do I know him? That's my husband's former company. I didn't know that. What a big coincidence. This is not the time to talk about coincidence. My husband actually went to play slots during work and didn't come back from a cigarette break. That's why he got fired. Oh, I see. Seems to me that he earned that. But if I wreck the boss's car, I'll be asked to pay for it. Even if it wasn't the boss, I'm sure they'd ask you to pay for it. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Please be sure to pay up. You've gotta be kidding. I don't have that kind of money. You pay for it. What? Why should I? Because your husband rejected my husband in the interview. This is what's happening. So you should be the one to take responsibility. No. I don't understand. To begin with, your husband is the kind of person who goes to gamble while he's working, right? I think my husband is relieved that we didn't hire such a person. Well, this is not the time to be talking about that. Anyway, take responsibility. I'm not going to reimburse for that car. Even if you don't pay for it, I'm sure your husband is going to have to pay for it. What? Oh, no. Why? Because if you don't have the ability to pay, your husband would have to pay. I mean, that's obvious. No. My husband is unemployed and we have no money. And you're asking him for money? It's just too much. No, I think it's much worse to wreck someone else's car. No, because I was going to wreck your car. I didn't mean to wreck our former boss's. Oh, really? Well, it doesn't matter. It's the fact that you wrecked it. You're going to have to pay for it. You're kidding! I would never pay for it. If you're going to say that, then give my husband a job at your company. Then I'll slowly reimburse you for every penny. I'm telling you, my husband would never let a man with a habit of skipping work join his company. If you want to work here, you need to have the knowledge and skills, and never skip. Once he has all that, he can come back to have an interview. If he needs to do all that, we'll never know when he'll be able to join the company. You can't even ask for a favor from your friend? Isn't that a bit awful? We're talking about your husband's job, so isn't it strange that you're talking about how we're friends now? Besides, I don't really consider you as a friend. Huh? Oh, really? That's right. You're always so selfish, and you even held a grudge against me. I think you're the type of person who you shouldn't get involved with. How rude! I'm not that kind of person. If anything, I'm a nice mom, loved by many other mom friends. I don't understand. That's not true, is it? All the other moms don't want to have anything to do with you. That can't be true! Stop saying random things! I didn't say anything random. I'm telling you the truth. That's impossible! I didn't do anything wrong. Just listen to me. Either pay my bill or get my husband a job. I don't want to do either. You're the one that has no choice but to pay for the damage. Don't keep making stupid excuses, and find ways to get money ready. Maybe you can ask your parents for help. Don't bring up my parents. My parents would never be a part of something like this. I don't know what kind of people your parents are, but since you damaged someone's car, I don't think there's any way to get out of paying for it. No, that's not true. If I say it was actually you who did it, I'll be spared. How are you going to make it look like I did it? I don't see how that's possible. You should declare that you did it. Do you really think I would do such a thing? If that's the case, I think you're quite crazy in the head. Stop talking like an idiot. I think you'd better admit your guilt and get ready to atone for your sins. Hey, why do you have to say that? I just did it as a protest because my husband wasn't allowed to join the company. It's not a protest. It's more like a recrimination, isn't it? It may sound like a protest, but you just attacked me out of resentment. That's not true! Don't make me sound like a bad person. Resentment is resentment, right? Just admit that you're wrong. I'll never admit it. Anyway, don't ever mention my name and my husband's name to the president of Suka Theater Co. Oh, I'm sorry. The president just came back. He's crying after seeing what happened to his car. So I accidentally told him that you did it. What? How dare you? Correct it right away. Tell him that you did it. I'm sorry. I'm a terrible liar. I can't do that. Just have the boss be furious at you. I can't do that! That's absolutely impossible! How much does a luxury car cost? Who knows? I don't know how much the president says, but I'm guessing it's around $70,000? $70,000? That's outrageous! There's no way I can afford that! Well, I think you should pay back little by little. Good luck with that. What are you talking about? Like it's someone else's problem. You say little by little, but we both don't work. Then, Emma, why don't you work part-time while your husband looks for a new one? Me? Work part-time? I don't want that either. I want to be a housewife. You're being way too selfish. You're the one who damaged the car, so I think you should pay for it. I told you I don't want to do that. Besides, I didn't break it. You're the one who broke it. You're starting to fabricate memories by saying you didn't do it. I'm sorry, but no matter how much you fabricate your memories, it doesn't change the fact that the president of the company is going to ask you to pay for this. You've got to be kidding. Absolutely not. You pay for it. I don't want to. I didn't do anything. I think it's better that you explain the situation to your husband as soon as possible. You damaged the car of the former president of the company. If your husband hears about it, he may faint and lose consciousness. No. If he finds out about this, I'm sure he would be very angry. I hope it's just anger. I'm sure he'll be so angry, he might even ask for a divorce. What? Divorce? Why would he do that? Well, because of you, he might have to get involved with the boss he never wanted to see again because of you. That's pretty bad, isn't it? From your husband's point of view. Even if you say that, I don't want to get divorced. If I'm the reason of the divorce, I'm sure he'll demand alimony. Well, maybe you're right, but you deserve it. No, I don't ever want a divorce. Do something. Even if you ask me to do something, it's all your fault, isn't it? It's because you do absurd things even though you can't even take responsibility for your own actions. What the hell? Don't talk like that. In the end, it's your husband's fault, isn't it? So he's the one who should be taking all the responsibility. I don't understand. If you don't stop saying such crazy things, I'll consider suing you for defamation of character. What? I haven't done anything like defamatory. Stop threatening to sue me out of the blue. I'm not threatening you. I'm serious. You've been saying a lot of nonsense. Please don't sue me. I'm sorry. If you are really sorry, I won't sue you. But please don't say any more rude things. I understand, but what's going to happen to me now? The president is demanding that you pay for the damage. I'm sure you'll have to deal with the president from here on out. Please be prepared for that. Ugh, no way. How could this happen? It's not my fault. After that, in the end, Emma had to pay for the president's car. She had to pay back a few $1,000s each month. In addition, her husband divorced her after this incident. Emma has been exerting herself physically by working hard every day as a cashier at the supermarket. However, because of the low salary, she spends most of her money on monthly repayments and rent. She can't even afford to eat enough food. Well, I can only say that she deserves it. By the way, my husband is now doing even better and is making his company bigger and bigger. Good evening, Sophia. Amelia, good evening. What's going on? You know, I saw you today. I saw you going into a department store. I was so surprised. You were driving a car. You're driving a really cool car. Thank you very much. I'm jealous. I want a car too, but my husband says I'm not allowed to drive. He won't even buy me a car. I see. I'm so envious. I mean, why is such an ugly, ordinary woman like you driving such a nice car? Ugly? Old ladies like you should be driving around used miniature cars. A good-looking hot woman like me should be driving a cool car like that. Don't you think so? No, I don't think so. You don't? Hey, can I borrow your car? Huh? Because I'm a better-looking girl than you. I think I'd fit in the car better. I could care less. And it's not like it's my car. I'm borrowing my husband's car. I can't lend it to you without permission. What's that? You're super stingy. You're being super boring. I just need a short ride, okay? I'm sorry. It's not that I'm stingy. It's just natural. I hope you understand. Huh? Blah blah, I hope you understand. It's fine. I thought Amelia gave up on the car, but then a few days later, she asked me to borrow the car again. Amelia's reputation is not good among her friends. She seems to have a bad reputation among our network of mom friends. I didn't want to have anything to do with Amelia, and of course, I don't want to lend her my car. Then one day, a problem happened. I was driving my car to pick up my child from kindergarten, and Amelia took my car keys without my permission and drove away to go off somewhere. Amelia? Huh, what? It's not what. Don't take the liberty of getting into someone's car and going somewhere. I'm just borrowing it for a minute. That's okay, right? Don't be silly. I'm not being silly, I'm serious. It's a beautiful car. I bet he'd be thrilled to see this car. Huh? Oh, nothing. Anyway, a good-looking girl like me would want to drive a car like this. I always wanted to. I'm sure a hot guy would fall in love with me even more. A hot guy? What are you talking about? Are you out of your mind? That's rude! Then come return the car quickly. It would be a crime to take someone's car without permission. I'm calling the police. Shut up! That kind of threat won't work on me. I'm just borrowing it for a while. I have dreams too. Huh? No, it's nothing. Anyway, I'm going to give it back by the end of the day, so just be quiet for a little while. Give it back to me as soon as possible. If you scratch it, you'll have to pay for it. I didn't expect to get such a backhanded response, and I guess she got tired of me. I called her over and over again, but she didn't return my calls or messages, so I have no idea where my car is or what's going on with it. I was truly astonished that someone would do such an insane thing. I couldn't help but contact a good friend of mine to tell them about Amelia's behavior. I had no idea that I'd figure out what Amelia was doing in the most unexpected place. Hey, Sophia? What's going on? Yes, what's going on? Don't ask me what's going on. My husband just called me on my cell phone. He said, "You're cheating on me." He said he heard it from you. What the hell is going on? Huh? You stole my car without my permission. I waited for you, but you never came back, so I went to report it. Huh? Why would you do something like that? Oh yeah, a friend of mine in the kindergarten told me that you were driving a car that looks just like the one I always drive. I got an eyewitness report that she happened to see you parking the car by chance. What? She said she saw you making out with a guy in the car at the parking lot. Well, that's my husband. Is it bad? Huh? Is he your husband? When I came to your house to report it, your husband was an American. The man in the car with you was a different foreigner. That's what the witness said. Witness? I bet she's just lying. That's some unreliable information. How hilarious. Oh, I see. But I have photographic evidence. Eh? My mom friend went out of her way to be polite, and she sent me photo evidence. Yeah, from my point of view, the man you're with is a completely different foreigner. That means this is not your husband, right? That's... You made out in someone else's car? And just when my friend thought you were done making out in the car, I heard you went straight to the hotel right next door. I didn't know you were so wild. Oh, and of course, they photographed you going to the hotel together too, so there's no point in trying to escape with excuses. Well, I get it. I apologize. It was wrong of me to borrow your car without your permission. I'm sorry, so please don't show him the photo evidence. I want them. Huh? No, I've already showed him the evidence. The photographic proof of the affair. Then tell him it's not true. What? Tell him that the photo evidence was taken as a joke. Please. Otherwise, he'll divorce me. Well, I don't care. If I get divorced, I'll lose my money. I wouldn't know what to do. Please help me. I'm sorry for everything I've done. Please don't make me divorce. It's your fault you were unfaithful. I think you deserve it. And I'm sorry. Borrowing someone else's car without permission is theft, isn't it? I'm suing you. No! Wait! Theft? I don't want to be a criminal. You'll have to go through a lawyer for the rest. Oh, no! Wait! After that, because I told her I was suing her for theft, I guess she got scared. She returned my car immediately. Well, I was going to buy a new car anyway, so I changed it right away. After that, Amelia's husband brought me some sweets to apologize. Of course, the two divorced a few weeks later. It seems that Amelia was charged alimony, and because she no longer had money, was soon dumped by her lover as well. Custody was given to her husband, and Amelia moved out after that. I don't know where she is now, but rumor has it is that she went into debt to pay the alimony. Amelia is now living a hellish life, being chased by debt collectors. On the other hand, I'm living a peaceful life thanks to Amelia's disappearance.